Hey, what to do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So if you guys took a look at the thumbnail, you guys probably know what today's video is about. This is like the nitty and gritty of ranch life. This is like the undesirable stuff, but it's part of like having cattle or even goats or any animal for that matter. So before we get into like actually doing the process of banding the bull calves, I'm gonna explain a couple things. So for me, and this is just my opinion, but I think our cattle live like the best life possible. They have the lives that other cattle wish they had. And let me go over their daily routine. So every night they come in to this big pen back here, just on the other side of that fence. They get fed over there, and then when the sun comes up, we have a gate over there that we open up, and the free range, like 300 acres back there. There's a ton of like natural vegetation back there that they just love and they go to town on. And so every night when that sun starts to go back down, they come back like clockwork. We bring them into this big old corral right here, give them more food again. And in my eyes, I think that's all that a cow could wish for. Free ranging and a safe place to sleep at night. So we try to do the best we can with that. But regardless, there's a couple reasons that we banned. I'm not gonna go over all of them. If you guys wanna do like some serious studying, you can go ahead and dive into that a little bit. So if you guys have a weak stomach, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a warning. You may want to just completely like turn. So for any of you that might not be familiar with ranch life, there are parts of it that are undesirable, that's not very pleasing. It's like nitty gritty stuff that nobody really likes to do. But it's part of having animals. And before we like jump into actually doing it, I'm gonna go over some of the reasons of why banding the bull calves. But bulls are extremely territorial. And if you have a bunch of little bull calves running around, as they start to get older, they will start to assert dominance over each other. So as they're all walking around out on that back piece of property, you know, if they get in fights and we don't know about it, it's just bad, high vet bills, and we don't wanna do that. And number two, it avoids crossbreeding. Bulls don't really care who their sisters are, so if you guys want to do some quick searches on why crossbreeding is bad for animals or for anything for that matter, you guys can go ahead and look into that one. That one's pretty much self-explanatory. To avoid crossbreeding. And number three is that here in the United States of America, most people prefer the taste of the meat from a steer rather than a bull. Now that's not the case worldwide. And that isn't the case worldwide. I think in Italy, now don't quote me on this, but I think they prefer the taste of the meat from a bull rather than from a steer. So those are basically the reasons that we go about this. And I'm gonna show you our setup real quick, and then we'll go ahead into us actually banding the bull calves. We got extremely lucky. This is like a two-person deal. One person like holds the tail up, and the other person's like down there, you know, doing their thing. And occasionally the bull calves will just, they'll just poop all over you. So we didn't have that happen today, but it does happen. All right, so this is our squeeze right here. So here's our squeeze. It's super rad. It's made by Aeroquip. It's just like one of the nicest squeezes I've ever seen. It's got a ton of access points. You can open these doors up so you can work on the cattle from the side. And then let's go ahead and close these real quick. Let me show you something else. All right, so basically we'll run the cattle up here, and then it's got a little door right here that opens up super fast. So when you're ready to have the cow come in, you open up that door, they'll come in. So the cattle will come in through here, and then you'll go ahead and open this up a little bit. And you'll put this in a little bit, just to kind of hold them in place. This part right here, once the cow's in there, this is the actual squeeze, and it brings the sides together like that. And that'll keep them from jumping around, and I'll explain why that's important in a little bit. And then once their head's actually in here, you guys will see me working very gently with the cows. I'll like cradle their heads up, and then you push this down, and it basically like cradles their head. The reason why all this is so important is because it basically keeps the cow from having like any harsh or like knee-jerk reactions where they can like break something or get hurt. It keeps the cattle really safe. This is just an amazing squeeze. And then number two, it keeps us safe. And this is where it gets kind of scary. You guys see this little door right here? I come back here, or whoever's working on the cattle at the time, and we have to get behind whatever animal is in here. Sometimes they're just little bull calves, sometimes they're big mama heifers, sometimes they're big bulls. I mean, so there can be a 1,500 or a 2,000 pound animal right here. You do not want them to be able to get like any sort of inertia, any sort of momentum. They basically need to be held in place, because the last thing you want is them breaking free while you're working right here, and they back up and they trample over you. That might be the end of Mr. Get Muddy. So that's why a good squeeze is very important to have. And we don't just use it for banding bulls. Anytime a vet comes out, we bring the cattle up here. The vet will usually work on the cattle inside this squeeze, and it just keeps the vet safer too. So normally I would say, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's go ahead and jump on into it and let's roll. But this video is gonna be a little bit more on the educational side. So I hope it helps you guys learn a little bit more about what it actually takes to raise some of these animals and how much work it actually takes to have these cattle. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump on this video and let's roll. You guys want to see a friendly bull? It's this guy right here. He's a good bull. See, I'm not afraid to walk next to him. He's not bad. Are you gonna be a cowboy? All right. Yeah, you probably will be.
You guys are more than you know.
Yep.
Let him set free. Let him set. Let him set freedom. That's actually pretty crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
Let's get these two. Let's get these two.
This little heifer growing.
Let's get in D1.
Now.
All right.
I know, buddy. I'm afraid of needles too.
Got it.
Distracted boy.
Okay.
See? So we can teach people how to be cowboys. This is like the down and dirty of raising cattle, and yeah, doesn't that look pleasant? All right, here we go.
Those big old paws of yours.
There's one, there's two.
And then you want it as high as you can get it.
It's about there.
Okay. Is that cool or what?
This thing's easy peasy.
That's way better than a California gander. Exact tension.
Woo. That leg back down, bud.
A little bit more.
Oh gosh.
Bam!
That cut feature is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, poor little guy. You are free to go.
Hey, look at that. No pain, man. It's like, hey, give me some grass.
Sweet little tool, of course, made in the USA. Who makes this guy?
America.
That's right. Who makes this thing? Callicrate.
Yep.
Pro. He's a skinnier fellow. Has much room.
Yeah. Best part's when you know.
You're not a real cowboy until that happens, right?
Bam!
Easy.
Easy peasy. Yeah, I don't think there's a nicer squeeze unless there's another one like this in San Diego.
This thing's the real deal.
Of course, it's not as nice as all Colorado.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
quick.
These come pretty much pre-assembled, ready to go. You just stick it in there, clip that into place. Then you got this little hook right here, and slip it in like so. Put a little bit of tension on it. Boom, like that. And then you're ready to go. All right, this is the last one.
Good thing I'm skinny.
Yeah, this is the skinniest one too. You want me to move that bar forward?
I got it.
Okay. There we go.
Man, we should be cooking these babies up.
Feel free. Come on. Let's go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the screws this video. I hope it opened your eyes a little bit to what actually goes on behind the scenes, the stuff that's not like, oh, look at these pretty animals, because there's a lot of work that goes into it. And overall, it went fairly well today. Sometimes when we're holding that tail up and the guy's down there like working, you know, doing the thing, sometimes the bull calves will just, they'll just poop all over you. So we didn't have any of that today, but thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Later.